What is up, everyone? DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel. Today we're going to be talking about getting Windows 11 on an unsupported older computer. So we're going to get it done on this computer. It should be the same on some other laptops or desktop computers. I've done it one time before, so I'm no professional. And I also tell you a good channel to check it out if you need some help getting this done as well with some other issues. If you have issues doing this and I can't help you, please go to that channel. It's a great channel, and that's how I figured out how to do this. But I thought I wanted to show it myself just to show you it can be done, and also give you some of my feelings on, if you should do this, what could happen if you do it, and those types of things. I also have some future tutorials about keeping your Windows computer updated and all those types of things, and it's going to be coming really soon with further tutorials from this channel. So with that little segue, let's jump into, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. You've never tuned in, just know I love to do reviews, tutorials. I'm just here to help. Give it to you as easy as possible. Do that research, do that research for you so you don't have to, and then leave some links in case you're interested in some of my other videos and other products that we talk about. I do a lot of review videos. I have a lot of stuff coming. I'm checking them out. It's a new year. I got a lot of stuff, but it takes a little while to go ahead and use the stuff, make sure I know how to bring it to you correctly, and then make the videos. So a lot of content coming for this year, so stay tuned on DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. And like I said, if this is helpful at all, give me a like, subscribe, share, all those things. We are steadily growing, almost hitting 6,000 subscribers, all because you guys are awesome. We're building a great community, a lot of love, a lot of just great comments and support. So, I'm steadily growing this channel, trying to make it better. I know I have a long way to go, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. So thank you so much. All right, so let's get into the video and start with the first topic on why would you want to do this? Well, there's a couple reasons. One, this is an older computer. It's a 10-year-old Dell Inspiron computer. It's a great computer. I'll leave some links in case you want to check it out. You can find them still on eBay. It's worked really good as a backup computer for me DJing. So maybe you just need a nice little home computer that you can surf the internet and you're not really worried about if it were to get something bad on it or something like that. That's kind of what this thing is. It's almost, these days, like tablets are throwaways, and it's kind of sad, but that's kind of where the world we're living in, where, once it gets outdated, slow, people just pretty much toss them and go get a new one. There's really a lot of good ways to get rid of them, recycle them, those types of things. There is ways out there, but do the research. But it's getting pretty tough. So I try to keep onto my devices as long as I can, and Windows 10 will be unsupported October 14th, 2025. So that's coming up this year. Time is flying. So I did update one of my computers already. It was a little mini desktop that I use for just DJing. That's all I use it for, just to, I don't search the internet too much. I just use it to use DJ programs, and I wanted to upgrade it. So I did upgrade the computer. It was having some issues. It was crashing with Windows 10. It was not doing very healthy stuff. And I upgraded, I'm like, what the heck? It's crashing anyways. Might as well try to reinstall a Windows 11 on it. Now I did get that done, and it's been working flawlessly, not crashing, not doing the things it was doing. I don't know if, maybe if I would have just reinstalled Windows 10, it would have done the same thing, but so far so good. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I got it done. I had a computer, wasn't working good, and I reinstalled Windows, but it was Windows 11. It is working right now currently. So I wanted to try to get this done on my older computer, because it's still, now that computer is not that old. Now the other one that I did was about a 2016 computer. It's old, but it's not super old. And this one is a 2014, so it's running that 10 years of experience. And usually about that time, it's about time for this thing to get recycled. But I just want to hold on to it because I really like the way the computer works. So I'm just trying to make it survive as long as possible. So that's definitely a couple reasons why you should do it. It's working really good. You can have all the features of Windows 11, and plus Windows 10 is going to be phased out at the end of the year anyways. So we'll see. Now, here's some reasons why you shouldn't do it for sure. Windows is kind of up and down on this. There's articles all the time on, there was a workaround on how to get, because they're trying to test it, to make sure it's going to do what it needs to do. And there was workarounds put out by Windows to get it done. And so all you had to do was go do certain things, watch some videos, and you could get it done easily. But now as of December 12th, 2024, they put an article out saying that if you do have Windows 11 on an unsupported computer, you should automatically roll it back to Windows 10 because they're going to be doing some things to make it not effective. Also, you know, there's going to be a workaround. The workaround that they had on there was removed from the articles. It is not recommended, they're saying. It's going to have compatibility issues and no updates for the software and for security updates as well. So they're saying it's not a good idea these days. So I'm going to start off with this. It's not a good idea probably to do this, but that's why it's kind of an experiment for me, because I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. So one more time, do this at your own skill level. Do this, make sure everything on this computer is off of it that you want. You backed up everything, because I'm going to show you how to do it. Usually it allows you to save the files and you don't have to do anything, but it could erase everything and do a fresh install. So it just depends. We're kind of going into some unknown areas here doing this, and so make sure everything on this computer that you want to keep is backed up. You backed up the files, the pictures, anything. It's all backed up. It's not on this computer anymore. You're okay with completely erasing everything if that comes down to it. So other than that, like I said, Windows is saying no more, don't do it, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyways, because there's also some articles on there. They're still telling you how to get this done. So it's very confusing. I don't think they're going to stop support for Windows 11 on unsupported computers till they do the unsupported Windows 10 thing as well. They want people to test this. They want people to go to Windows 11 as much as possible, in my opinion. And so they won't unsupport it until they actually unsupport Windows 10, in which this computer will be rendered e-trash anyways, because you won't be able to get any updates or things like that. You'll still be able to use it, but I would not use it connected to the internet, because security updates and things will not be updating. So you could be easily, you know, download something you're not supposed to. So it'll be a lot tougher for security on these. And so for my purposes, maybe I'll be able to use it a little bit longer for just DJing, as long as I'm not connected to the internet, but I won't be able to get my updates as well for my softwares. I'll be really scared to be hooking up to the internet on it. But I just want to make sure that you guys know there's some consequences, and it could be, you could have some compatibility issues, you could have all kinds of security issues, those types of things when you're doing this on unsupported hardware like this older computer. So do it at your own risk. Just know that. Off the topic, let's move on. All right, everybody, we are back, and let's go ahead and jump into this tutorial and show you guys how to get it done. So the first thing you want to do is we want to just make sure little things real quick. I'm going to show you how to get there, but I'm not going to show you the information here. But you just want to go to your settings here. This is Windows 10, of course. And then you're going to want to go to System. And then you're going to go to About. Now, if you go to About, it'll automatically show you what version of Windows you have and some details like that. I'm not going to show you that, but if you just click on that, it will instantly take you to that tab. Also, if you need to know what language, all you need to do is go to the little find bar up there and type in language, and you go to language settings here, and you would take you directly to what language you have, because that'll be a little key part that we'll need to know. So this is English. It is in English. Make sure you choose the correct language of the version that you have, and as you picked it before. So because if you change that, then you could have some issues. All right, so the next thing we need to do is we're going to get on the internet, and you just download, you go ahead and type in download Windows 11, and it'll take you to the actual loading page for downloading media. Now, another thing, if you guys wanted to make sure if your computer is able to go to Windows 11 and you don't have to do a workaround, you can just straight download it from Windows, is to do a health check. Now, if you go to Windows and you search, you can actually go to your settings again. Let's go to your settings. And you can go to Home. You can go to Windows Update. And if you go over here, you can check System Requirements, and that'll take you to a page that will download Windows Health Check. And once you have that, you just run a scan through Windows Health Check after you downloaded it, and it will tell you exactly what's going on with this computer. Now, my computer is missing some TPM, and the processor is unsupported. But it does have secure boot. It does have enough RAM, which they're requesting 4. It does have 64 gigs of memory storage, and it does have more than 2 cores of processing power. So it has most of the things. The TPM does do some security things, which once again is the warning why you probably should not do this. But like I said, hopefully I can get my computer to run a little bit longer. So what we need to do is go to the ISO right here. Download Windows 11 ISO for x64 devices. Now what we're going to go to here is go to the multi edition, and we're going to go ahead and download this. And say before you download, download now, but it's giving you some warnings here. But we just want to go ahead and download this, okay? So it's asking you for the language here, and once again, this is the reason why we wanted to talk about that. And the English language right here, United States, confirm that, and then it's going to go ahead and download, like I said. So we got English. And so the next step is verify your download, English, 64-bit download, another question, and we went ahead and it's going to start downloading. Like I said, this is an older computer, so it's going to take a little bit to get done, but I will bring you back as soon as we get this done. All right, everybody, we are back, and I just want to show you. So I kind of did some things ahead, but we're going to show you where we're at. So just got done downloading it. It took about 15 minutes, so go do some laundry or have a bowl of cereal or something. Take a little break, 15 minutes, and that's how long the download took. And it was go ahead and it went straight to our downloads. So what we need to do is go to our downloads. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I already did it, but I just wanted to make sure everything was going good. But we go to our downloads, and it was in the downloads. It was right here next to PC Health Check. And what I did is I just grabbed it. It's blue. I grabbed it, and I just picked it up. And I'm going to leave this in here. And I dragged it to the desktop, okay? So that's all I did. I just picked it up, dragged it to the desktop, and then once it's on the desktop, then I went ahead and I either right or left click, whatever you have it set to bring up the other options. So on Windows, I have it on my, as a right click, so I right clicked, and it brought out to mount it. And so that's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and mount it. And if it doesn't have that option, stop. Go ahead and do it again, and it should pop up, or if you have more options or something like that, you'll be able to mount it. So then I just hit mount, and it went ahead and mounted. And what that means is going to go ahead and put it as a drive, okay? And then once it's mounted, you're going to go ahead and open, and you'll see that it's right here mounted as a drive. So you have your C drive, and this is our D drive, and that's kind of important because you have to know exactly where it is, and it's our D drive, okay? And so that's what it is. Now, also make sure that you didn't have any sneaky SD drives or any kind of drives plugged in, any external drives or anything plugged in, because like I said, you don't want to have any issues. And so I did have a little SD card plugged into this laptop, so I went ahead and ejected it safely. And if you don't know how to do that, you just go to your settings down here, and there'll be a little icon here to eject it, or you can actually, side click it here, and there'll be an option to eject it to. Once it's mounted, you can see eject. Same thing, you just right or left click, and it should bring up these options to do this if you needed to do that. But like I said, we're all good here. So we have it mounted. So the next thing that after you have it mounted and you have it as a drive, you know what drive it is. It's the D drive here. We're going to go ahead and go to command prompt. So you could just type in here in your search bar down here, command, and it automatically, once you start typing it in, we can go ahead and run it as administrator right here, but command prompt right here. We're going to run it as administrator. Yes. And it takes us to here. So all we need to do here is we're going to go ahead and put what drive it was. So we're going to go D colon here, and now we're on the D drive. Very, very cool. So now we want to get to sources. So what we need to do to get to sources, which was what we had here, is this drive right here. We want to get to this folder right here, sources. And so we need to get there so we can get to this little set prep setup. Let's see, it's going to be setup prep right here. We want to find that. So we're going to go to command prompt. So we're going to go ahead and type this. We're going to go ahead and get to cd space sources. And that should take us to our sources file that we were talking about. Okay, so we hit the sources. Now what we're going to, once we're on sources on the D drive, we're going to go ahead and we have sources. We're going to go hit setup prep .exe / product space server. Setup prep, make sure you type this exactly right. We want to put a space in between exe here, so we got to make sure we get this right here. And I took some notes to make sure I didn't mess this up. No, we want the space here. All right. So that's exactly how you want it right there. And then once we have that exactly right, we got sources, setup prep.exe space / product space server. Then we're going to go ahead and hit enter here. It's thinking, and it should take us directly to the install. Boom. Yes, it's preparing. Install Windows. Yes. Let's see what this says. Download updates drivers. Yeah, we'll just leave it like it is. Next. It's going to be checking for updates. Now we're setting up Windows. We're going to go through the Windows setup process. And this is the easiest way that I've found to do it because it's just pretty flawless. And hopefully you like it too. Give me a thumbs up, like I said, if it's working okay. Let's check in your PC. Hopefully you don't have any issues. Since, like I said, this is a unsupported PC. The license agreement right here. And we'll accept. Oh yes, we have the options to keep all file settings and apps. So that's what I want to do. I just want to keep it as it is. And if you pick nothing, it will be a fresh install. If you want to keep your personal files, it'll keep that. But I want to keep everything. So let's see if it does it. Cross our fingers. Next. So this will take a little time. Like I said, this computer did have 4 gigs RAM, but I did upgrade it to 8. So it is running on 8. So it definitely meets the standards. Hopefully it's going to process pretty quick. It's going to be checking for updates. Make sure you have internet. Hopefully you don't have any internet crashes or anything. Make sure your PC is plugged in or it will not do a Windows. It has to be plugged in to do the Windows update, something I didn't add earlier. Other than that, I think we're going to be going here. Now, I will skip this along so that we can speed up the video. I want to kind of make sure you're still going through the process. Just let everything work its course. Don't try to spam any buttons or do anything crazy. Just let it go through its process, and as soon as you can click the next button, it will make these buttons on the bottom here available to you to go ahead and continue. So like I said, just let it do its thing. The process will take a little bit, but we're getting there. We are back with the next pop-up, and let's talk about it. So it says what we've recapped. It pretty much found out what we needed. We need Windows 11 Home on this, and it's going to find exactly what you had before. And so I had Windows Home, and that's what it found. And it also says I want to keep all my file settings and apps, and so it's going to keep that. So then we're going to go ahead and click Install. Remember, we downloaded it and mounted it as a drive, so it is installing Windows from the computer. So that is good. It's going to go ahead and restart. It's going to go through the install process, and then once we get back again, like I said, this is going to take a little time. I will go ahead and start the video back up and show you where we're at, but it will take a little bit of time to go ahead and do the install, but so far so good. Everything is working. All right, everybody, we are back. That did take a little bit for sure. It took about 50 minutes, about 55 minutes for it to do the updates. It will shut down, turn on, just let it do its thing, let it go through everything it needs to do, and it will go ahead and restart your laptop a few times once the install is done. And like I said, it took about 55 minutes. So it did take a long time on this older machine to get that done. So just be prepared for a little bit of wait, but it looks like everything works. Now, since we didn't do a fresh install, it didn't go through all the new settings that you would do on a fresh install. It just should work as your normal computer. So let's go ahead and log into this here. All right, and once you log in, it will go ahead and we should have Windows 11. It is saying hi, getting things ready for you. Very, very cool that I was able to install Windows 11 pretty easily. It takes some time, but it does work, which is very, very cool. Now it's going to take a few minutes to start up, so I'm going to go ahead and let it do that, and then we'll go ahead and finish this video up. What is up, everyone? Oh my God, we got this done. Super awesome. Got Windows 11 on an older computer, unsupported, but we got it done. It wasn't super hard. You just got to let everything do its thing. Let it do it on its own. Don't unplug it. Don't mess with it. Don't try to speed things up. It'll restart, start. Just let it do its thing until it gets you the option to log into your computer. Then go ahead and log in and let it do its thing again. And you know, everything was there. It worked out very, very cool. This is the best way to do it, in my opinion. Also, shout out to the channel Tip to Fix. It's TIP, the number 2 Fix, FIX. It's a great channel. He's kind of where I did the research to see how he did it, and it helped me get this done as well. So I will send you there if you have any other issues or some things that aren't working. He has a great channel and can show you how to fix all kinds of things. Also, better to ask him because he probably has more answers than I do. This is just, I wanted to show you how I got this done. So once again, do it at your own risk, your own skill level. Know that you could lose everything and you have to, you know, basically reinstall whatever Windows 10 or 11 from a fresh install. Again, so like I said, do this at your own skill level. So enough with that. Thank you guys so much. Please like, subscribe, share, follow, do whatever. If this was helpful at all, please, and let's continue to grow my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, and we'll catch you really, really soon on my next video or tutorial. See you later.